What's up, guys? Today we are in Need for Speed, and I'm doing a little bit of a comparison video, Need for Speed 2015 versus the brand new Need for Speed Payback. I'm going to be focusing on drifting today. I haven't opened Need for Speed in 2015 in like forever, but I came in here and I have a RX-7 that probably has a lot done to it. I'm just going to check on that real quick though, and also just kind of show you guys exactly what is done to it. Pretty much everything. Let's see, I do have force induction, upgrade. Yeah, okay, so this thing is basically fully upgraded. I think, yeah, I'm not even level 50 yet. Almost there, but not quite. So pretty much everything is upgraded as far as it can go. Custom wheels, custom paint job. Not super done up, but enough to look very clean. So I'm going to adjust the handling tuning a little bit. Need for Speed Payback now has on-the-fly tuning, and they have the different categories of vehicles. So that you like your off-road vehicle, your drift, race, and they have different tuning sections for each of those. So I want to make sure my assists are off. Launch control I never really figured out on this game. Downforce, all that stuff I want to kind of leave alone. This game you really had to turn your tire traction down some, or get tires with less traction, I should say, since this isn't adjustable in the tuning, because otherwise you just understeer like crazy. So I guess this will, I mean, I'm going to be focusing on drifting, but I guess this is a little bit of a tuning comparison, performance upgrade comparison. So I'm going to leave the garage and also be a little bit of a handling comparison. But like I said, mostly drifting. I'm going to talk pretty much mostly about drifting. So once I get in here, we'll take this RX-7 for a spin. Hopefully I have it set to automatic. I don't want to be on, oh no, I am on manual. It's harder to break loose, and also doesn't steer nearly as well. I was steering out of that and it just kind of didn't do anything. Not sure what that's about, but the cars are quick. The graphics are decent. But drifting is a little more kind of sudden. It's more like, it's a little more snap oversteer, and then after that it gets traction again, and then whoops, that was user error. Kind of like snap oversteer, and then it goes back and understeers again. I don't really know what that's all about. It's harder to pull off a more continuous drift in 2015. Oh, I did it again. It keeps fooling me. It makes me think there's a road there. And I haven't played this game in a while, so it's throwing me off. The nighttime is throwing me off as well. Can't see nearly as good. But yeah, as a general rule of thumb, drifting is a little more spontaneous in 2015. It's not nearly as refined. Payback is much more refined. So I think here in just a second, I think we got a pretty good idea of the drifting in this game. I'm using the e-brake sometimes, and other times I'm just... What? That didn't break? My God. I'm so used to Forza where pretty much everything breaks. But let's see, that time I used the e-brake and it didn't really do anything. It's a lot harder to break into a drift in this game. Payback is more arcadey in the sense of it kind of immediately starts the drift when you steer very hard into a turn. That's kind of reminiscent of the older Need for Speeds, because Payback, and a lot of people, myself included, felt that 2015 was rather incomplete. And I think anybody that's played Need for Speed 2015, I think you guys will be the ones that, you know, are more familiar with what I'm talking about when I say it's incomplete. It just lacked a lot of things. and it was really hyped up, and it kind of under-delivered. But, and I totally forgot where I was going with that, but oh, I did it again. Jesus. But I picked up my train of thought again. So, you know, this one kind of under-delivered. Payback is somewhat of a continuation of this, I guess you could say. It's a lot of stuff is very similar, but more refined. Like the handling physics are pretty similar, but more refined. They're just better. It's more responsive. The cars steer a lot better. They drift a lot more smooth, a lot more controllable. The grip is actually much better in Payback. And they also threw in some little things here and there that were reminiscent of the older Need for Speeds, which I found really cool. The cops and the cop crashes, like when you're in a police chase and you wreck a police officer in Need for Speed Payback, it's kind of reminiscent of like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, kind of like those over-the-top, really dramatic wrecks where they just, you know, you kind of sideswipe them and they wreck and flip and burst into a ball of flames. Not literally, but it's that type of really over-dramatic wreck, and it makes you feel kind of badass when you wreck somebody, whether it's a cop or one of the guys from the house in Payback. This game, and you know, I could be wrong on this. Like I said, it's been quite a while since I played this. There's that understeer again, but it didn't quite do that in this game. Wrecks were dramatic, but they didn't have that same feel that Need for Speed Hot Pursuit had. So I think I'm gonna jump over to, what the heck was that? Snap oversteer again. I think I'm going to jump over to Payback now, and I'll show you guys some of the graphics and drifting in Payback. I know the first Payback video I did pretty much only off-roading, so today we'll focus a little bit more on drifting. Alright guys, we're back in Need for Speed Payback. As you can see, I have my 350Z. This is one of the cars that was included with the deluxe pack. I've upgraded the performance, but I haven't really changed anything else on it. I haven't changed the wheels or anything. I didn't really want to. But it's pretty loud. As you guys might already be able to tell, the handling, it's a lot more controllable. It still has that Need for Speed arcadey feel, which isn't a bad thing by any means. But, you know, it's not quite... It's not like that realistic handling. It's arcade handling, which is, but they did it very good in this game. There are some games that try to be arcadey, but they just don't get it. They don't get it right. Payback definitely got it right. So I'm gonna try to find some good drifting corners. Handbrake drifts are a little more difficult. They definitely work better on sharper turns, like 90-degree angles. It's like sweepers works better just to steer pretty hard into it and kind of let it pick up the drift like that. I want to get off the highway though, because highway you can't really drift that much. There's not really any good curves to drift. But you guys can probably, I don't know how it would translate into watching, but definitely driving. If you've downloaded the demo of this game when it was out, you'll be able to tell that handling is much more refined, and I hope you guys will be able to tell just simply watching it. But I'm going to try to find a drift event. A drift event will set up some good curves for me to drift, and I'll really be able to show you guys drifting a little bit better than free roam mode. So let's go over to here. Looks like there's some good curves along the way. That was no handbrake, that's just me steering into the curve. And I'll try and tell you guys which is which, that way you can see the difference, because there is definitely a lot of difference in the feel. Drift feels totally different when you use a handbrake versus just steering into it. And I don't really know how to explain it any better than that. like I said a minute ago, handbrake works better for sharper curves, and just simply braking into it works better for sweepers or not as sharp turns. Handbrake is a little bit of that snap oversteer. Tunnels are really loud in this game, which is awesome. But handbrake is a little bit more of that snap oversteer, but it's much, much easier to actually control the drift versus Need for Speed 2015. So I should be right on top of the event, but it's not giving it to me. Oh, shut up. Unless the event is... Oh, I passed it. Ha! I knew that. Okay, so go ahead and start this event. The last one was in the city. Let's see, hit a speed of 99 miles an hour. I think I can do that. This car's pretty quick.
Welcome to the proving.
There are those little side bets, which are pretty cool. Some of them are pretty easy too. So it's an easy way to get a lot of extra money. So I gotta beat that drift score. Using nitrous in a drift event. Oh god, I let off my nitrous a little too late. Using nitrous locks your multiplier in. So, you load up that multiplier and you try to get it as high as possible. And then when you're between curves not drifting, if you use nitrous, it locks your multiplier in place. But wrecks take away the multiplier.
Mac, you got this.
Doing okay for now. I have about 1.25 miles left, so I do have to kind of kick it up a notch. More angle you get, jeez. The more angle you get, the quicker your multiplier racks up. What the heck are you doing? It's also easier to hold that angle when you're going faster. So, I was almost able to hold it more continuously. Let's see, try to get that 3 multiplier. Alright, I've already beat the target score. Just gonna try to get it as high as I possibly can. Alright. Getting a little more used to this car. This car was kind of awkward to get used to at first, but I'm doing all right. So there you have it. There's drifting in Need for Speed Payback. Drift events are pretty fun. I think out of all the events, I think I enjoy the agent events the best because, like I was saying earlier, the wrecks in this game are those kind of old school, really dramatic wrecks. And in the agent missions, you're in a lot of police chases and you get to wreck a lot of people. Oh, that's a pretty good upgrade. Definitely going to equip that one. But there you have it. There's a drift event in Need for Speed Payback and a little bit of a comparison with 2015. I hope that helps somebody. Maybe, you bought 2015 and you were disappointed and you're kind of skeptical about Need for Speed Payback. It's definitely a lot better. Definitely a lot more refined. So hopefully that helps. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up. Comment down below on what you think. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll be posting some more Need for Speed Payback soon. See you guys next time.